Do you wonder why people don't buy from you? You start advertising and you're spending a lot of money and it's like you're just throwing money away because your phone's not ringing, people are not calling you, people are not buying your thing. So why are they not buying from you? That's what we're going to talk about here today. My name is Annika Maya and welcome to Annika Maya Chats. So the reason why, there's 3 reasons why people don't buy from you, but hang on, because I'm going to tell you about it. But I talked about in another video, I talked about going out and doing some networking, and the reason why networking is important to your business, especially if you have a local business, is because people need to, they need to know you. They're not just going to give their money to you, right? So that is what we're talking about today. The reason why people don't buy from you is that, first of all, they don't know you. There are 3 main points why people don't buy. Even though you advertise the crap out of your business, people are not buying from you. So the first reason is that they don't know you. They don't even know you exist. So I always talk about a marketing funnel. You know what a funnel looks like. So the top of the funnel, and it's like 60% of the people out there, just they don't even know you exist. They don't know who you are. They don't know what you do. They don't know anything about you. And whether you have a local business, that's one thing. If you have an online business, that's even harder because you have to get yourself known to the world. Like if you only want to do business in the United States, that is vast enough. So people have to know who you are. And this is the reason why big companies like McDonald's, like Coca-Cola and Apple, why they constantly advertise. They're always advertising. And you don't want to call it marketing, you want to call it advertising, whatever you want to call it. It's sending messages out there to let people know who you are and what you do. We have so many marketing messages today. We're just like overstimulated with advertising that it's really hard to break through the clutter, as they call it in the advertising world. You got to break through the clutter. But the curve of forgetfulness is so short, right? Remember, let me see. Today is October 13th. Okay. October 13th. And let's talk about what was in the news. Diddy was in the news recently, and like last week, everybody's talking about him, but today we're talking about something completely different, right? So people forget stuff. They forget from what was last week. Do you know the name of the last 2 hurricanes that we had? One was Helene and the other one was, I don't even remember. I don't even know, because like, not to take anything away from the hurricane people, because it is horrible and tragic. I'm from Hawaii, so I know all about the hurricanes. It decimated Kauai back in the 1980s. It took 10 years for people to rebuild. So hurricane is no joke. But the point I'm making is, because we have so many marketing messages, the advertising, news, everything, we're just inundated. It's hard to remember stuff, and people forget you very, very quickly. So if you are advertising and you're building equity in your brand, right? You want real estate in people's brain. You want to own a spot in their brains for when they think about shoes. You want them to automatically think of Nike, for example. I'm not a huge shoe person, so I might be outdated. I don't know what the latest kind of shoe thing is. But you know what I mean? So you have to, if you are a business, you have to always advertise. Always, always, always. Otherwise, they're going to forget you. No one's going to McDonald's. McDonald's is a very well established and well known company. However, if they've got new sandwiches, or like, I don't hardly go to McDonald's. And one day I took my grandson to McDonald's to go get him a Happy Meal. And I was like, hey, what happened to your dollar menu? And they're like, we haven't had a dollar menu for about 3 years because I never go. See, so you always have to advertise. So that is the first thing, is that people don't buy from you because they don't know you. They don't even know you exist. And if you pull back on your advertising, like I'm telling you, I have many clients that do not listen to me. They're very naughty. They cut off their advertising and their sales just keep going down. So it takes a long time for you to build that mountain. You want to sit on that mountain of equity that you've built with all of your advertising dollars. Why would you want to let somebody else take your mountain? Right? So You just keep on advertising slowly and steadily, steadily. And you can call it branding, right? So the branding is to let people know who you are. And so that when they see your advertising, that's the difference between branding and advertising. When they see your ad, they're like, oh yeah, I saw that guy's billboard. Oh yeah, I saw his TV commercial. Oh yeah, I saw his ad on whatever, Amazon Prime or whatever, right? So it increases recall. It increases the fact that, oh yeah, yeah. And that's the second reason. Okay. So the second reason, first of all, they don't do business with you because they don't know you. They don't know you exist. The second reason is because you want them to like you. So in other words, they need to know what you do and why you are the best at it. And so, like, yeah, I really like that company because I like their mission. Their mission is to give back to the community. I really like that. So things like that you need for them to know you and then for them to like you. So I like their product. I like the way they do business. When they come and they clean my carpets, they wear booties on their shoes so they don't make mess. Like stuff like that. My landscaper, I love my landscaper because he comes in and he does a really good job. I like him so well that I'm going to recommend him to my neighbors. So, let's talk about an online product. If you buy something online, why do you think people buy from Amazon? Like Amazon does very well because they like the way they do business. They like their return policy. They like it that they can return anything. Amazon is very, very generous in the return policy. So, that's an example of like a local kind of business and an online business. So they need to know you and they need to like you. So in all of your marketing is like your branding. In holidays, you go and you donate. We have a big toy drive here in Vegas. So you donate bicycles to the toy drive. So you make a good name for yourself so that people will like, yeah, these guys are a good company to deal with because they give back to the community. So that's one way that you can get people to like you. And then the third reason why people don't buy from you is that they don't trust you. Maybe they've done business with you before, they bought your product before and they had a bad return experience, they had a bad service experience. So that's why they don't do business with you, is because they don't trust you. And again, I'm going to go back to Amazon because Amazon has the most robust and generous return policy of any company that I've ever dealt with. I love doing business with Amazon. I do business with small business, but I also buy stuff online. I'm sure everybody does. How you build trust with your customers, your clientele, is that you do the things that you promise. You guarantee your work. You back your work. If you're a appliance repair guy and you fix the dishwasher and a week later it's still leaking or whatever, you come back right away. You take care of those things right away. Because if you don't, that is a trust issue. You're breaking trust with this customer. And then they're going to chirp like a little minor bird and they're going to tell all their friends, hey, don't go do business with this guy because he didn't come back and fix my dishwasher, right? So they have to trust you. They know, like, and trust. That is like the foundation of doing business. People want to do business with companies that they know, like, and trust. So that's really the gist of what I wanted to talk about today. Don't ever stop advertising, because I have clients that, like I said, have pulled back on their advertising. And when I was working with them, they were doing gangbusters. This was back home. This was not in Vegas. They were just doing so well. But then they thought, we can pull back on our advertising because we're doing really, really good. And eventually the business dried up, and then they had to put a lot of money in again to build up that equity again. So I'm also going to do another video about social media posting. Posting is not advertising. So we're going to talk about that in another video. This one, or is it this one? Well, hello. It's been a minute. Is it recording? Is it transcribing? There we go. Stop. Stop recording.